Merhaba arkadaşlar. Ünitemizin son videosuyla karşınızdayım. Burada bir işte üretim yapacağız ya da ne diyelim kendimiz bir şeyler hazırlayıp konuşmaya çalışacağız. Bu ünitenin konusu ya da ödevi birazcık daha kolay. Burada yine grup work falan diyor ama biz bunu tek başımıza yapabiliriz. Ben de bir örnek olarak kendim bir şeyler söylemeye çalışacağım. Sizden istediğimde benzer bir şey çalışmanız yani. Biz şu an bu ödevi yapın demiyorum ama ödevlerimizden ileride vereceğimiz ödevlerden biri bu olabilir. Bu ünitelerin her birinin sonunda işte bir şey olacak. Speaking skill kısmında ve sonraki 2 sayfada bir speaking aktivitesi yapmanız isteniyor. Birinci üniteninki çok şey değildi. Yani evde tek başınıza ya da bireysel olarak yapmanız uygun bir aktivite değildi. O yüzden onu hızlı geçtim. Daha doğrusu yapmadan geçtim. Ama bunda tek başınıza yapabileceğimiz bir formatı var. Kitapta anlatılan öyle değil aslında. Kitapta anlatılan yine bir grup aktivitesi olarak diyor ama biz onu birazcık değiştireceğiz. Yani hem beni takip edin hem de kitaptan söylediğim şeylere bakın. Nasıl bir şeyler yapabiliriz? Onunla ilgili bir örnek yapmaya çalışacağım. Bir de işte ileride olur da bir sınavda, ya sınavda değil de şeyde sorarız. Listening speaking taskları yapılacak. Onlar bu ünitelerin sonlarındaki speaking aktivitelerinden bir tanesinin bir benzeri olacak. Buradakini biraz dönüştürerek yapacağım. Umarım size de faydası olur. Siz de böyle bir çalışma hazırlayın. Bir speaking yapın yani. Benim ve buradaki talimatların yönlendirdiği şekilde. Okay. Bir detay var burada. Asking for and giving examples. Konuşurken veya yazarken işte söylediğimiz argümanı ya da tarif ettiğimiz şeyi anlatmak için örnekler falan vermemiz gerekir. Bu durumda nasıl kelimeler kullanırız gibi işte for example, for instance, here is an example gibi bir başlangıçta bu şeye örneğimizi verebiliriz. Sormak istersek mesela biri bir şey anlatıyor. Biz de can you give an example deyip bir örnek getirmesini isteyebiliriz. Do you have an examples deyip işte argümanını destekleyen veya anlattığı şeyi tarif eden örnekler vermesini isteyebiliriz. Bunu bir de dinleyelim. Burada mesela listen to the excerpts from the listenings in this unit. How do the speakers introduce or ask for examples from the expressions they use demiş. Bir dinleyelim onların kullandığı ifadeleri. Bir örnek sunmadan önce kullandıkları ifadeleri söyleyelim. Bu daha sonra görelim. Bu daha sonra yapacağımız ödevde kullanacağımız bir şey olabilir.
Unit 2. Speaking Skill. Activity A. 1.
Color helps animals hide from predators. Scientists refer to this as camouflage. For instance, look at this first photo. What do you see? Some green leaves, right? But wait, one of those leaves is actually an insect.
2.
A second use for color is to give a warning. This is the opposite of camouflage. These animals want you to see them. Their bright colors say, "Watch out, I'm dangerous. If you touch me, I'll hurt you." Many predators also know from experience that a bright color means danger. Let me give you an example. This is a photo of a blue poison dart frog.
3.
He also got ideas from his travels to Europe and North Africa in the 1920s and 1930s. For example, he especially admired the architecture of North Africa. He thought that it blended in perfectly with the landscape.
4.
Can you give us some examples?
Yes, of course. Large triangles represent mountains, and lines that go up and down represent water or lightning.
Evet. So these are the phrases they use to introduce an example. The first three and the last one, the number four. Number 4 is about asking for example. Now, take turns falan demiş. İşte bunları özellikle dördüncüyü kullanabilmek için soru sorun falan demiş ama ben kendim bunları kullanarak kısmen dördüncü hariç diğerlerini kullanarak bir şeyler anlatmaya çalışayım. Bir örnek vereyim size. The best colors for the rooms of a house. The best colors for the rooms of a house, I think, are can be different for everyone, but for me, I think bright colors inside, bright and soft colors, relaxing colors inside are better. For example, white colors or some shades of white, some shades of gray give you a nice atmosphere, a comfortable atmosphere, and you feel relaxed there. Bright colors would disturb you, or distracting colors, strong colors are going to be distractive, and they won't help you, or they won't be useful if you want to relax. Gibi. Mesela böyle bir şey söyleyebiliriz. Why I love the colors of the desert or the mountains or the beach. I love the colors of the beach actually. I don't like the colors of the desert, mountains. No, if they're covered in green, okay. I love the colors of the beach with the blue sea, and also, if possible, if there is some green land, then that will be the best option. For example, think about the Black Sea region. I don't really like the climate of the Black Sea region, but the scenery is beautiful, because on one side, if the weather is nice, hopefully, you see the dark blue sea, and then on the other side you see the green, all shades of green on the mountains, the trees, and so on. So it is beautiful. It is relaxing. It is serene. It is just like from heaven diyebiliriz. Son kısmı geçiyorum. Yani bir şey anlatıyoruz. Onu anlatırken işte örnek vereceğiz. For example, let me give you an example gibi bir şey söyleyerek örneğimizi introduce edebiliriz. Şimdi asıl konumuz burada. In this section, you are going to present a design of a house or an apartment building. Daha önceki dinlediğimiz listeningler, videolar ve buradaki talimatlar kullanılarak bir şey yapmamız isteniyor. Ondan önce birkaç adım var. Consider the ideas. Şunları bir görelim işte. Here are some pictures demiş. We have 4 pictures, different houses, different buildings. Which building do you like the most? Why? I would like to talk about all of them. The first one, I don't like this building. It looks nice, shiny, made of glass and so on, and modern, but I don't like it. Maybe because of its height. I don't think I can ever feel safe in a building like that, in a high building like that, anyway. Even in the past, I wouldn't have enjoyed to live or work in a building like that, but right now it is, I think, even worse. Anyway, it doesn't have any connection with the nature. I would like to, maybe the scenery of the apartments here, of the houses here, flats here in this building might be very beautiful, because you can see they are high up in the sky, and you can see maybe some beautiful scenery. If there's a sea, you can see it. If the sky is blue, you can enjoy a nice view. But still, the building is very far from the ground, and it doesn't feel natural and doesn't feel safe. So I don't like it. Number 2 is great. I love it. Only the climate. It is a bit cold. I guess it is from some northern country. I would prefer this kind of single houses. Right now, I guess everyone living around these cities would love to have such a house. But anyway, I have always wanted to have such a house, and I'm planning to build such a house in the near future, hopefully. I am from a village. I was born and raised in a village, and I still go and spend a lot of time in my village. We don't have a house like that, but wooden houses are great. The material is beautiful. It blends in with the nature around it here, especially. Maybe not so much in my town, but here we have the forest in the background. The trees are used to build a house, so the house is part of the forest. You don't feel strange there. It blends in with the nature, and it is It is warm, I would say. So this is my favorite. Number 3 is a portable house. Yeah, it is useful. It is practical. It has many advantages, but it is very small. So I wouldn't like to live in such a small house. Maybe for some specific reasons you can use that, but not for living for a long time. And number 4 is, I don't know, it is a very different creation. I can't see what is it made of. Maybe mud or some, I don't know. It looks fancy, but I don't like it. It is full of art, maybe. Too attractive. I want my house to be not so attractive, to blend in with the surroundings. And this number 4 cannot blend in anywhere. It might blend in like in a place like the Disney World, then it might blend in there, but not in real life, not in real city or town. It wouldn't blend in with anything. Okay. Now, I talked about all these buildings, and now let's go to the next part, prepare and speak. Here it says to work in a group, but I'm not asking you to work in a group. You can work in a group, but you can do it alone too. You are going to design a building. Complete these steps. Decide on the type of building. Is it an apartment building or a house? I'm going to talk about my design. I'm talking about building a house, not an apartment building. Choose a location for the building. Is your building in a city? No. Is it in a town? No. It is in the country. It is in my hometown. Or our building is in a none of these is in a village. I would like to say in a village, but not in the village. In my apricot orchard, in the orchard, in my own orchard, not in the village. I don't want to have any close neighbors. A standalone house in between my apricot trees. Okay, now this is what you are going to do. You are going to organize your ideas around these things. You can talk about them, each one of these items, one after the other. This is kind of an outline. So these are the things. First, you can have an introduction. I will try to give an example, and then I will talk about all these things in separate parts. I will say 2, 3, or 5 sentences, a few sentences about each of them. Think about this as a writing task, for instance, if you want to make it more easier for you. After an introduction paragraph, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different paragraphs describing these things if they apply to your design. So I'm not going to show you any written outlines, but this is going to be the outline of my speech. Now I'm starting. So my ideal house, or the house I would like to design, is going to be in a village. So I just started here, but I'm not going to give any details about that right now. It should blend in with the environment, and it should look natural, and it should look comfortable. So this is just an introduction. Now I would like to move on to the building. It is not going to be a very big building. It is just going to be a simple house, 1-floor house, no second floors, no third floors, just one floor house. Okay, so this is the type. It is just going to be a house. The location is going to be in the country, in an orchard, where there are a lot of trees around it. So it is going to be in a very secluded area. You can think of an orchard with a lot of trees, and the house is inside them. It is barely visible from the outside. Only the people who know it can easily locate it. Materials, it is not going to be of concrete. It is going to be of wood and other natural materials like earth and stone. Maybe the roof can be made of with different materials. I would like to use bricks, actually, bricks and stones and mud bricks, red bricks are made of mud, but they are processed, so they are very strong. And I would like to use red colored red bricks. And I would like to use some wood to make it stronger. And also for the ceiling, I would like to use wood. I don't want to use any iron or any cement. I would like to use just wood for the ceiling. And for the roof, I might use some high-tech material, not just glass, but it will be very great if I can use some solar panels, for instance, for the roof, so I can produce my own energy, so it will be an ecological house. Outside colors are going to be very natural colors. For instance, if I can use red bricks, I am not going to paint it. It is just going to be the color of the bricks. And for the top part of it, I would use, I wouldn't, again, use any paints. I just want to, I will just keep the colors of the wood I would use for the roof. And also for the roof, if it is going to be solar panels, I cannot paint them, so they are just going to be there. I just hope that I can find something that can blend in with the nature, so a bit darker and natural colors. I don't know, green or something like that. If it is possible with solar panels, if I can choose different colors, I would use something like green or brown or close to red, close to the earth colors, brown colors. It is going to be not very big, but not very small either. I am planning to build a house around 120 or 100 square meters, just one floor. Because having two floors may not be so good when I get older, and I want to get old and spend the rest of my life there. I want 3 bedrooms and the living room and the kitchen. The living room and the kitchen should be quite spacey and big enough, but the bedrooms don't have to be very big. And it blends in with its habitat. It shouldn't be an unusual thing. It is, as I said, it is just it is going to stay. It is going to be located in an apricot orchard, and it should blend in with the environment. The colors should be natural colors, and that would be very great. Okay, so this was my presentation. It was a very short one. It was a very well, I didn't spend much time on it, and I didn't take many notes. You can have something like this. You can think about your own house, your ideal house, your dream house. You are designing a new house. Think about a new house, and think about where you're going to locate it. Think about its location. What kind of building is it going to be? What kind of materials you are going to use, what kind of colors outside and inside. I didn't talk about the inside colors, but you can talk about inside colors as well. How big you want it to be, how many rooms, what kind of plan, and so on. And also, does it blend in with the nature, with the environment around it, or is it going to be a very unusual thing? So you should prepare your own design and you should talk about it. I really urge you or advise you to do something like that, because this might be your task for speaking. We have 6 more units in this book, but I don't know what kind of speaking activities we have in the other units. I will see later, but this one looks a very good one. So we might ask you to prepare a presentation about this with some visuals. Sorry, I just remembered right now that I was going to show you some visuals. Okay, so here we go. I think you can see my screen now. This is a house I would like to build. This is not exactly what I'm going to build, but it looks a bit like this. It is going to look a bit like that. The bricks, the red bricks, blend in very nicely with the environment around it, with the green. Maybe the roof, I wouldn't want such a roof. if I can, well, this is a very beautiful color actually for a roof, but if it is possible, I would like to make it more ecological. So if I can use some solar panels with closer colors to those tiles, roof tiles, it would be great. And for the inside of the house, I would choose these colors. Again, natural colors and white, red and white, and natural wood colors. So the bricks are, if they are like this, then they can stay. I don't have to paint them, but the other parts can be shades of gray and white, and the tiles can be a little bit lighter maybe. This is quite dark, but the patterns are good. They look like wood. I would use something similar, but I will choose a lighter color for the roof tiles. Okay, I used the visuals at the end of my presentation, actually after my presentation, but anyway, when we ask you to prepare something like this, we will give you some details, and then you can prepare your own presentation with supporting photos and designs and so on. Evet arkadaşlar, yani ben biraz karmaşık bir şeyler yaptım ama işte bir speaking aktivitesi yapmaya çalıştım, biraz bir şekilde böyle karmaşık oldu ama yapmanızı istediğimiz şey böyle bir şey olabilir. İleride biz bu speaking ile ilgili tasklarımız olacak. İşte mesela böyle bir şey sorabiliriz. İşte bir dream house design edin. Nereye yapacaksınız, nasıl yapacaksınız, hangi materyali kullanacaksınız, bu başlıklar veya başka başlıklar da olabilir. Bunlarla ilgili ayrı ayrı hazırlıklarınızı yapacaksınız ve bir sunumda böyle videoların olduğu bunun gibi bir sistem bulacağız. Ya da kullanacaksınız böyle bir şeyi ve ya da görsel olmasa bile en azından sesinizi duyacağız mesela. Sadece konuşma da olabilir. Speaking için böyle bir ödev yapmanızı isteyeceğiz. Evet, videomuzun kaydını burada duruyorum arkadaşlar. Bir sonraki ünitede tekrar görüşmek üzere. Bay bay.